You must come from a position of balance to respond appropriately, wisely, benevolently, with love, and yet appropriately, and still not be a victim. And sometimes that requires assertiveness and strength. Sometimes it's more chesed-oriented, sometimes it's more gevura-oriented. If the child keeps saying, give me, give me, give me, and the very compassionate parent gives, the result is the child is spoiled. So sometimes the response mechanism has to be gevura-oriented, which means no. But it's all for the purpose of, ultimately, chesed, of raising the child, not limiting the child. Too many parent-child relationships devolve into being power plays, ego competitions. Do as I say because I'm the parent. A child does not know today how to do because you are a parent. That kind of language no longer exists. And therefore we recognize it. At the end of the day, the main influence that a parent has over a child is the passive one of modeling. Not the lectures you give, but how you comport yourself. The way the child sees you behave and responding to people is how they will be. Political science statistics show that 77% of all children end up with voting patterns like their parents. Your child will end up being you, for better or for worse. And the way you are able to comport yourself and respond to the exigencies of everyday life is how they will. So all the wise talks you give are gar nicht wert, as we say in Yiddish, are not worth much. I'm not saying you shouldn't, of course you should. But at the end of the day, much more powerful is how you conduct yourself. All right, how do you create a level playing field? How do you create a space so you can begin to balance mind and emotion? Let's do something. I'm going to give you a little meditation exercise based on the focus on breath. Why breath? Many spiritual pathways use breath as a focusing technique. But in Judaism, it's particularly important because the Hebrew word for breath is neshima, and the Hebrew word for soul is neshama. Clearly, the same shoresh, the same root. We know full well that breath is the first level of expression of the soul. And therefore, the way you breathe creates the pathway for the soul's expression. I'll show you how. Put everything out of your hand, put it onto the floor, and don't worry, I won't levitate it, it'll still be there. And I want you to put your feet symmetrically on the ground, and your hands resting on your knees and thighs. Your back fairly straight. Your head well balanced on your shoulders. And gently close your eyes. And just focus on your breath, gently breathing in and gently breathing out. And if you can, prefer to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, if you're able to. And become aware of the difference in temperature of the air entering your nostrils compared to the temperature of the air exiting from your nostrils. Cooler air entering, warmer air exiting. And just stay focused on that difference in temperature. Feel the coolness of the air in your nostril, and then feel the warmth of your air as it flows out. And with your next breaths, take a deeper, slower breath in and a deeper, slower breath out, but comfortably and smoothly. And now direct your breath down to your abdomen, and to achieve that, as you breathe in, expand your abdomen to collect the air, and as you breathe out, pull your abdomen in to expel the air. So as you breathe in, expand your tummy and allow the air to collect, and then pull your tummy in to push the air out. And you'll be more successful if you breathe slowly and deeply. As you breathe in, expand your abdomen, and as you breathe out, contract your abdomen. And now let's lend some rhythm to the breathing. We'll breathe in for a count of 3. We'll hold for a count of 3 and breathe out for a count of 4. So take a slow, deep breath in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4. And just continue to breathe abdominally and rhythmically. Just practice it for several more breaths. And keep it smooth and graceful. Smooth in the transitions from in to out and out to in. And focus again now on the difference in temperature of the air entering the nostrils compared to the air exiting from the nostrils. Begin moving your fingers and your toes here in the room. Move your fingers, move your toes. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes, coming all the way back. That feels good. It took us 6, 7, 8 minutes, believe it or not. You don't always have 6, 7 or 8 minutes to create a level playing field, especially when people are yelling at you. You can't say, excuse me, I've just got to go away and do my exercise. Although if you did, that would be great. But most people just don't do that. I certainly advise you to do this exercise and take the full 6, 7, 8 minutes a couple of times a day. But I guarantee you, if you do the training as I describe it to you there in the manual, within 2 months I've trained you to reduce the 6, 7, 8 minutes 2, and I'm not exaggerating, 3 seconds. Whatever you felt at the end of the 6, 7, 8 minutes in the Kavanah mindfulness program, you will end up succeeding in doing in 3 seconds, and many other things also. And that's a great asset, because if you can respond with a feeling that you're feeling now of balance to your exigencies, as I said before, of everyday life, wow, your behavior and response mechanisms in life are going to be radically different.
Hi, Rabbi.
Yes.
I just wanted to share with everyone, and Sharon, I purchased the Kavanah mindfulness when I had a lot of stress in my life with my children, health matters, and I was very, very stressed out. And I came to a lecture like this, and it really saved my life. It was definitely like work, as far as like going to the gym, but working out in your mind. But I use it today, and it's just amazing how I'm able to handle stress in my life. And I would highly recommend investing.
Yeah, look, the point is that every one of us got the capacities. We just need to have technique, some sort of technology of training, step 1, step 2, step 3, like anything else. And when people walk away and saying, okay, that's great, now I'm going to do it. Now you can't just do anything in life without training. You can't become a doctor unless you do 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and you can't become a masterful individual without doing training. It just doesn't work. All right, that's one.